Are you ready for combat night?
All right, we are in studio today with our very first international fighter, first time in the pod. We have Harvey Ridings.
Thank you for having me.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm really excited to talk with you. I got some interesting notes from some of your friends, but I'll let you get started with us, man. Tell us. You know, you're from Wigan, right? Okay, so tell us a little bit about your hometown, your humble roots.
Yeah, so I actually grew up in a place called Bolton that's next door to Wigan. When I was about 10 years old or 12 years old, something like that, I moved to Wigan, and Wigan's the place I say I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Wigan in a small town called Aspel, and yeah, with my mum, dad, and my sister.
Okay.
Yes.
Older sister, younger sister?
Older.
Older. How much older than you?
She was she's 5 years older than me.
Okay, so she's probably the reason you became a fighter.
Yep, she used to whoop my ass. She had a special move where she'd kick me in the shoulder for some reason. Really weird. My sister would kick me in the shoulder. I'm not joking.
Okay.
And I used to get very upset about it.
That seems pretty rough, man. Getting kicked in the shoulder is at least it wasn't your face, I guess.
It's just weird that it was the shoulder. I never understood why, but
yeah. What about now? Do you whoop her now?
Yeah. She'd get a kick now.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's still all your family still over there, or any of them here?
They're all over there in England. Yeah. My parents moved from Wigan to somewhere close by, and my sister moved out as well.
Okay. So you're the only one here in the U.S.
Yep. Only one.
All right. So I guess before we get started there, what got you into wrestling? Everyone knows you as the wrestler. You know, everyone.
So my dad was he was into combat sports and stuff, and he did like cycling as well and stuff like that competitively. And I remember the day I was like 4, and my dad was like looking for something for me to get into that was combat sports, and he took me to this like sports hall, and they had wrestling. I remember it was in the wrong building, and it was hailstone in that day, and all I remember is just like we got lost. My dad's panicking, like where are we going? Anyway, yeah, my dad got me into the sport, and my dad grew me as an athlete as well.
Okay. Did your dad ever wrestle, or did he?
He didn't. He never wrestled, but he became a very good coach eventually after about a few years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So was he one of your coaches?
Yeah, my dad was my main coach growing up. Yeah.
Nice. And he never wrestled?
Never wrestled.
Okay. He didn't do too bad then.
No, he didn't. He kept up to date with the sport, you know. You can have coaches who've competed all their lives and stuff, but some of them are still outdated coaches. And I think in the UK that's a problem. So with my dad keeping up with the sport over the years, it was good to have him as a coach, you know.
Yeah. So is that something your dad enjoys, coaching?
Yeah, he did. Not anymore as he's gotten older, but he used to enjoy it. Coaching me, we used to like early mornings, late nights, all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what age did you start?
I started wrestling I was 4 years old, and then I was doing boxing and rugby at the same time for a few years, like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
I played rugby for about 7 or 8 years, I think. Boxed for like a year or two, but nothing serious.
Oh man, you played rugby. What age were you playing rugby at?
I think it was like ages 4 to like 12 years old.
They got 4-year-olds playing rugby.
Yeah, it weren't like it's not serious until you're like 6, 7. You get to tackle and stuff at 7, 6, 7 years old.
Okay, but still no helmet there, right?
6, 7. I had to do the Gen Z, you know. Yeah, they don't wear helmets. No padding, no helmets. It's preference, you know. Yeah, I was playing rugby till about 12, and then my dad gave me the choice of rugby or wrestling.
Man, that's crazy that they have 7-year-olds playing rugby.
Yeah, they do.
But I mean, I guess they have 6-year-olds boxing.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So growing up in a small town, I'm sure at some point you had to leave for wrestling, right? Because you said it yourself, small town. At what point did you do that? Did you start traveling for wrestling?
So when I was maybe 11, just turning 12, I competed at a national, or it was an English championships, and the national coach watched me wrestle, and that day I lost to a guy that I'd always beaten, like clearly beaten, and he invited me to come to the national team. So I was the youngest guy to get selected for the national team, and I started traveling for them at about 12 years old. I was going to like Lithuania, Latvia, places like that, like every couple months. Yeah.
Man, how old were you whenever you were traveling like that?
12 to like between the ages of 12 and 20. Like that's all I've been doing.
How many countries would you say you visited in that time span?
Probably now about 26 or 27 countries.
That's dope.
A lot of countries, yeah.
I always tell people that like if martial arts does nothing for me other than keep me out of trouble and allows me to travel the world, I'm happy. That was it for me.
It's traveling something that some people like they ignore, but if they have the opportunity to, they'll shy away from it. But I think traveling is the best thing anyone can ever do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So many people, man. I was reading a stat. I don't know how true the stat is, but it was like 70% or 75% of Americans don't have a passport.
It's crazy.
And it's like, what? And then it was like 60% of people will like never leave their home state. I was like, what? And then again, there's like another large number of people that will just live in the same town and they'll have their kids there and they'll never leave.
I think that's one thing I've noticed. Like I was living in Georgia as well, and that's where I met my wife.
Wait, Georgia, like the country or the state?
The state.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people who haven't left. And like you can see that and tell when you're speaking to them, you know what I mean? It's like they're closed off from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And then you say you're from England and like, really?
Yeah.
People travel, you know.
What part of Georgia were you living in?
It was close to Athens, Georgia.
Okay, so a little north, middle north.
I was at a college in like deep south. It was real country. It was boring though.
Okay. Oh, so you went to college here in the U.S.?
Yeah, I did for a couple months. I wrestled in college for like 8 months, I think.
Which school?
Like it was Emmanuel College.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta know, how does someone from Wigan make their way to Georgia of all places for college?
So I always traveled like to go on training camps and stuff, and like went to find the best high level training I could. And then I met a friend in Finland called Jake. I'm actually seeing him next week. And he invited me to come to America to live with his family and train in Pennsylvania.
Very solid place to do wrestling.
Yeah, the best in the US. And I traveled out to him for a few months, and then a few months later, I went home and stuff. And then I traveled to him like 2 or 3 times over the span of like 2-3 years. And what now? Yeah, I was living there and I was training there, and his family were like really good to me. Shout out Jake Jones.
Jake Jones.
Yeah, real good people. He was a state placer in PA. Greco-Roman guy, really good. He was top 3 in the US in Greco-Roman. So
okay, nice. What year do you know?
It was like 3 or 4 years ago, probably.
Okay,
maybe a bit longer. Yeah.
I have a good friend, Thrasher Porsche, who was ranked in like, he might have been 3rd in the world at one point for Greco-Roman. His his dad is like my second father and like mentor to me, Hank Porsche, but he's big up with like USA Wrestling and stuff. So it's so interesting to me how you know, most people don't even know there's different styles of wrestling. There's like folk style, freestyle, Greco. But it's so crazy because like I think, and I, you know, correct me if I think folk style is probably the best for MMA because you just get a little bit of everything and you get a lot of control. You know, people say Yoel Romero, oh, like he can't control anybody. Like he can big slam, waste all this energy, but when it comes time to control him, it's like he just can't. But Greco, especially with how much the cage is now, and like they don't have anywhere to go. I mean, I think Greco is right there with folk style. You know, depending on what style of fighter you want to be, but it's a very valuable.
Yeah, I think it depends on the Greco guy. If they're very agile Greco guy, they'll do well. But there's a lot of Greco guys that are very like similar build to me, but there's no legs involved and stuff like that. And it's like when someone does start doing all that scramble stuff, they're going to be stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if you're not used to using legs.
But
And
I think from like headlock and stuff, they can be dangerous. You know?
Yeah.
I think
Definitely. So what made the transition for you, or what happened for you to go from wrestling to MMA?
So I wrestled at Emmanuel College, as I said, and the problem was that I didn't really like get to understand folk style wrestling. It was like I was there, but I wasn't getting any assistance. You know what I mean? I think the coaching there wasn't like as high level as I needed. You know what I mean? To get to that next level in folk style as well as being a freestyle wrestler. So I'd be in matches and it'd be like I was being a bit fat at the start of the season, and I told the coach, he said wrestle at 133, and at that time I was walking around at 130 because I didn't want to cut to 125 every week because I don't know, I was doing it in Germany and it wasn't nice, but I could have done it, but that was on my end. I was being a bit lazy. So when I get stuck on bottom against these guys, it was a nightmare. I couldn't do anything because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't ride on top. I'd throw the guys and I'd just get rolled through and I'd get 0 points. Whereas in freestyle, I can throw them and I'm fine with getting rolled through. So eventually I was like, let's move and try and focus on freestyle wrestling. So I spoke to who's now my wife about moving to Florida, and I was originally going to go and train at like somewhere like Lake Highland Prep, you know, like just a club team, something.
Yeah.
I know there's high school, but and then I moved here and I started doing some jiu-jitsu at American Top Team in East Orlando with Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And then
I think his is technically ATT Orlando.
Yeah.
And then there's ATT East Orlando, which is Jason Patino.
Oh, really?
It's so weird. Yeah, there were so many. At one point, there was like 5 ATTs here.
Yeah.
And it was like, who's who? I don't know. But okay, cool. So you started with Paul.
Yeah. And then we was living in some like little thing at the back of someone's house. Like it wasn't made for like living in, you know what I mean? So we decided to move to downtown Orlando. And I was training with Dre Tiva, you know, from he's training out of Tampa now. He was training
Dre, right? You said Dre? Yeah, I know Dre.
He was coaching, and he was my coach for a while, but then he ended up moving to Orlando City Muay Thai. And I just needed somewhere to stay, and we was in communication at that time about a fight.
Yeah.
It was just.
I actually didn't like you.
I know you didn't. I know.
Wholeheartedly. I always tell people I'm honest with them whenever I don't like somebody, and I did not like you.
I know.
But I think I came to realize that it wasn't necessarily your fault that I didn't like you. It was really Dre, who had kind of like, he was being a nomad, you know, he was like going to 4 or 5 different places, and you weren't comfortable because he was like all over the place.
It was like there was nowhere solid for me to
no structure.
It was just like I'd done a bit of jiu-jitsu here, then I moved here and did a bit of kickboxing and some sparring, and then it's like 2 weeks you've got to fight. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do here? I've got and it was the position I'm in. I wanted to put like I wanted to start my career out like solid. I know I'm gonna do this, you know what I mean? So it was like, it just didn't make sense at the time. I knew you didn't, but that's why we came back, and I just said, all right, now we're going to I took that first fight with Laleo Code, which that show was, I'm not saying nothing, but
it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably going to get a little lesser of an opponent.
Yeah.
And as far as being comfortable, you're probably gonna be pretty comfortable because there's not shiny bright lights. There's not a bunch of like, you know, it's you can be uncomfortable in a different type of way, but when it comes to competing, you're competing in like an atmosphere that is very very laxed. It's not like you don't feel like the star of the show.
I think the weird thing for me was we didn't know anything about that opponent, and he was actually the opposite to what we thought. Like usually you'd think debut fight, Laleo Code, maybe it'll be like a good start out. This guy was like, he was a pretty good fighter.
Yeah, I think you fought somebody from Will Sizemore's gym, possibly.
What's the gym's name?
Gladiator or something.
I think something like that.
Yeah, which is not a decent. You're gonna get, and that's the thing too, is like a mixed bag over there. You could get someone, because obviously you're not bad, you're good, and someone had to fight you. So yeah, you could get a pretty decent opponent, or you could get, you know, someone's cousins that, you know, decided to fight at the barbecue last weekend.
Yeah, I think I went through like 4 or 5 opponents before I got that debut, and then I had a wild debut fight, real wild. I was swinging for the fences. No grappling involved. I didn't take a single shot for like until the third round. I dropped him, he dropped me, and then that went. And then who did I have then? My second fight was it Dewan?
I think your second fight was no. It was Christian Gee.
Christian Gee, the Crimson Cracker.
The Crimson
That guy's a
Cracker.
character. He wants to run it back when we turn pro. He said, so.
No, why not?
Let me know. And then, yeah, I think the Dewan fight was fun. I enjoyed preparing and stuff for that fight. I know Dewan, he's like a journeyman, really.
He's been around for a minute. He's tough. He's not somebody you're gonna be able to put away very easily.
And then I enjoyed preparing for that because I knew we were gonna be like a bit fiery, like want to take my head off, really.
Yeah.
But I knew the wrestling was more superior to get the job done. You know what I mean? And my last fight was all right. It was a weird one. I because of the lack of experience in striking, I struggled a bit because of the game plan. But
I felt like, I haven't went back. I've watched, like the ending of it or whatever. But I felt like you were beating him in the stand up.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't have shot, but if for me at least, it's like if you're beating someone in stand up. I'll give you an example. Last night, Drew Dober and Michael Johnson. Drew's not winning the stand up in the first round.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like at the end of the first round, Drew's going to shoot.
Yeah.
He's got better grappling than Michael Johnson all day. No doubt about it. This is the key to victory. He was in my parlay too. And I'm like, what are you doing, Drew? But when I was watching that fight, I was like, oh, this fight's not, I thought it was going to be a grappling, like a big grappling match. And then you were like getting him on the feet.
Yeah.
And you were standing him up and he was backing up to the cage and like you were getting him tall. And I was like, okay, this is not what I expected. And he's looks really good right now.
Yeah.
And then when he shot the takedown, I was like, man, that's something I would have expected to do at the end of a round to just feel like, okay, how good is this guy's grappling or how good is his submissions?
I think it was weird because the whole camp, it was like, we prepared to strike with the guy. So none of my wrestling was like intentional. So like when you go 6 weeks without intentionally wrestling, you get a bit rusty in some aspects. You get lack of awareness goes down. So I think he caught me in one exchange. I think because of the lack of striking, I didn't know how well it was going. And I think he clipped me once. And I just remember thinking, am I losing here on the feet? What am I doing? And like in my head, I was just like, what am I doing? So I was like immediately shot. That's all she wrote,
Yeah.
Well, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's a very talented grappler. Honestly, it's crazy to see the level of all of these guys, the younger guys and the guys that are right now in amateurs, because I think any of y'all would have whooped my ass in my pro debut. If like the same skill set y'all have now fought me when I was making my pro debut, I'm getting whooped. I mean, I'm getting like clown. Me and Phil Rowe were at the gym the other day talking about this. Forget who we were watching spar, but we were like, what is going on right now? It was a kid who's going to make his debut, actually. He's from ATT Longwood, a kid named Christian.
Oh, Christian Bonilla.
Yeah, he's going to make his MMA debut. And Phil was like, yo, what is going on? He's like, you don't have no fights? Because Julian was like, if you don't have any fights, clear the mat. And then as, training goes, you can jump in because it was a packed mat day. And Christian gets off the mat and Phil's like, where are you going? And he was like, I don't have any fights. He's like, you haven't made your amateur debut yet? And he was like, no. And he was like,
that's crazy.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Because you guys would. I mean, you guys would really like, you'd mollywop us. Like this to watch the level of MMA continue to improve, especially in a state like Florida. Sometimes we bring down guys from like Virginia or Wyoming, and it's like the level ain't the same up there. But I think like California, Texas, Northeast, and then Florida, man, it's like the talent is ridiculous.
Yeah. I think so. I think from what I've seen, it's real good. I like being involved in the fire. Like I like just being thrown into the fire. I'm not one of them people. I hate time to sit and think on things. I'd rather just feel like, okay, you're fighting this guy. Just you know what I mean?
Before we get too far away from it, how did you find the jungle specifically? So I know you were at ATT Orlando a little bit, Alliance or OBJJ for a little bit, because that's where Drew was. It was
that some Iron Life gym. It was like
Iron Life. Okay, you went there as well.
Yeah, that's where it was. I was in there, and then I moved into an apartment that was like a mile from the jungle. And then I was like, Dre moved to the other gym, and I was just like, I need a gym. You know what I mean? I'm used to training twice a day, every day with wrestling. I need to find somewhere that I can go and concentrate on what I'm doing. So I started at the jungle. I messaged Luke Puste.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's like he could be like your brother or something.
yeah. Everyone thinks we're like brothers. People have asked me in the gym, "Are you two brothers?" I'm like, no. Don't offend me.
I've known Luke for a very long time.
It's disrespectful.
I've known Luke for a very long time.
Yeah,
I've known Luke since probably 12 years now. Like 14 years actually. I forget how long Comment Night's been around. We're on year 14 right now. Yeah, I've known Luke since almost the beginning.
Such a good dude. He's so funny.
He is.
He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met.
Yeah, he's a trip.
Yeah, he's moved away about an hour away from us now, so I don't see him as often, but he's doing well. He's got a job and doing real good.
Nice. Good. I like Luke a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I joined the jungle with Luke, and the jungle's just I have grown up in gyms. Like, the reason my dad's been so involved in my wrestling career, which is a good thing, is because a lot of like gyms I've been in, it's too much like drama, parent drama. It's too much going on at one time. You know what I mean? Where the coaches are always doing something else. It's never focused on the athletes. It's always, who's got this problem? Why are these two fighting each other? So I found at the jungle there's none of that. Like, I've never experienced that, which I really like. You know what I mean? I just like a place I can go train. Everyone wants each other to win. You know, there's a bit of competitive aspect. Who's got the next fight? Who's going to win this win?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's all love. You know what I mean? That's what I like. So I like the jungle. That's why I stayed.
That's dope. That's dope. And now, how did you find Luke? Like, how did you like?
I think I just found one of his memes on Instagram, started following him, and then.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it is kind of funny that you found the other short 125-pound ginger. So Luke, out of all the people in the jungle, you happen to find the one that looks like you.
Luke is the reason I started social media, because one day I was at the gym and he was like, we was talking about it. So I was like, I've always wanted to do it, but I never believed in social media until I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, what should I do? He was just like, post a technique video. So I was like, all right. I did some stupid arm spin off the wall, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, your videos are really good. I'm like, you know, there's always over where I train at Fusion, JP, me, Alice, Aldrin. I don't know how to pronounce her last name actually. She's from Romania.
Yeah.
But we always talk about, like, you know, when we're talking about content, you're one of the guys that we talk about, like, oh yeah, did you see what he did today, or did you see what he's doing, or hey, I have an idea, I saw this video, and so you're one of the guys that we look at because it's good content.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's clean. We get it. It's good content.
Yeah, I try and keep it. I try and keep my content not too, like, I won't step over a line, but I've started like last night, the reel I posted last night, I wouldn't have posted that like 6 months ago because I'd be like,
Get more comfortable.
But it's just like, I want to make money, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I've got a wife, I'm going to have kids eventually.
Yeah.
I got to find a way where it's not slaving away. So what's that going to be? You know what I mean? And the social media's took off. So
yeah, man, there's a lot of money in content. I tell guys all the time, you know, you're foolish. You're just dumb. If you are trying to run a business, you're trying to build your brand, you're trying to fight, you're trying to do anything that, like, I mean, it's hard almost, unless you're working a 9 to 5, slaving for the government or for someone else's dreams, or for, like, you're not pursuing your own things. There's no reason not to have a presence on social media.
I agree. Like, there's nothing wrong with, if you want to get a job, do all that. You can do that.
Yeah, run it.
I can't see myself ever doing that, no matter what it is. I don't know. I just love the social media, because I even like TikTok. Right now, I can't make money like legally because of visa stuff.
Yep.
Eventually, I will be doing this year, which will be good. But like, to see how much I can be making if I wasn't on the visa, it's just, you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's stupid. And then there's also, like, not just from the content and from the platforms, but also the brand deals. And, you know, I brag, and I don't care. It's not even a humble brag, but, like, I got hired by Meta and the UFC to go watch fights, make one reel.
Really?
Like 1 reel, and the whole package was probably worth like $7,500. Like the hotel, the airfare, it's probably worth 10 grand. Honest, it was just a crazy experience, and it was like just because I make funny content, I don't have a bunch of followers. My followers not crazy. It's not like I have 1 million followers. I did that. I think I was at like 50,000 followers whenever I got that opportunity. So it's like I brought my girl out there. I paid for her plane ticket. It's like I mean, and the same thing with Combat Nights content. On YouTube and all the different, that's the craziest thing to me is that like you can take the same video and put it on YouTube, Facebook, IG, and TikTok. And if if let's just say, every video makes you $20. Oh, cool. That's $80.
Yeah, it is insane. It's crazy how much you can actually make. I think TikTok right now is the best paying. I don't get paid if the government's I think TikTok right now is the best paying.
Well, I got to get on TikTok then, because for me, Facebook is pretty crazy.
You need to post 1-minute videos on TikTok.
Okay.
And you get, bro, like, I think like every like 10,000 views, you can make like $20.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
That is ridiculous.
They pay well. I don't get paid once again. But, from what my friends have told me, yeah.
So man, coming from a small town, I came from a small town as well. I came from a town called Polk County, and it is in between Tampa and Orlando. I always describe it to people, not so much anymore, but when you're driving from Orlando to Tampa, it's the cow pastures on both sides. That's Polk County. It's like I'm not even saying that right. It's Polk with an L. I always say Polk County. But did you get a lot of support or did you get a lot of hate? Because I've kind of experienced both in my own personal journey.
So where I grew up, I consider it a small town, but to you it might be considered a city because we have a dense population in these cities. So I'm in Wigan. There's it's probably around 300 to 400,000 people who live in Wigan, but to me that's still like a small town where I grew up.
I would say that's small.
Yeah. But the UK as a whole is a very judgmental place. I think. How do you explain? The support system for each other just isn't there. I have experienced a lot more support since coming to America. People are more down to earth. In the UK, it's a lot about like what clothes is he wearing? Has he got the latest bag? Is he doing this? It's just a completely different place. That's why I love America. I can wear what I want when I go down the street. I don't have to wear a Gucci bag going out with my friends. You
can say what you want on Facebook without being arrested.
1,000,000% Keir Starmer, you dick.
Wow. Yeah, for now at least. Yeah. We'll see how long America keeps that policy.
Yeah, the Prime Minister's a knob.
Yeah,
we call him a knob in England.
What does a knob mean?
Look in between your legs.
Okay. Okay. Before we get too far away from your hometown, I wanted to ask you some questions like about Wigan. What is like the famous dish, or what's like the most popular dish for a Wigan? And what do they call you guys? Like, is it a Wigan?
Wiganers.
A Wiganer.
Yeah, they call us Wiganers. My accent's actually gone a bit. If I was talking like I was talking when I lived in Wigan, you would not understand me. When I'm talking to my friends, like people are like, what is he saying? Like
a gypsy? Like from Fight Club?
No, not like that. But that's what I'd sound like to you. I'd just be like, what's he saying? But a pie bomb, we call it. And the smack bam, Wigan kebab, we call it. That's the one. Not been there in a few years, but Ramsey brought that up before the podcast. That's
so what's a Wigan kebab? What is the Oh, we got a video. Let's check it out.
It's gonna make me hungry. This I might have to make one tonight.
I gotta be honest with you. I can't even say that I've had good food in the UK. It's
not going the right place.
Apparently not, man. I've been to London. I've been to Manchester. I've been to a few places out there. Ireland, I had some good food in Ireland.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was in South Ireland, but I had some good food out there. But man, I always hate going to the
Never
UK.
have like a Sunday roast or anything like that. Missing that.
Fish and chips is about the best thing I've had, and it's not that good.
It's overrated, I agree. I think there's better things in the UK, like beans on toast.
Okay, listen, Harvey. So I don't know if I can trust you right now.
It is good. It is good. I'm not joking. You got to try it.
Oh, we're talking about good food, and you said beans and toast.
Nah, it's not
tried a Wigan.
The thing is with beans on toast, it's not like a delicate meal, but it's like, when you have them go-to meals when like you've got nothing in the cupboard, but you've always got that thing. You know what I mean? It's like one of them.
I think for me, what my go-to is like peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah, yours
grilled cheese.
So I'll be like, all right, what have I got in the cupboard? All right, I've got a tin of beans. Cook some toast up, put some cheese on it. I got a beans on toast.
Have you ever tried a Wigan kebab? Just when you thought homemade pies couldn't get any better, Great North Pie have just started making Wigan kebabs. It's essentially a buttered bread muffin. Their homemade pie.
So
and
good.
gravy.
It's like
This is their
like
meat and potato pie with
ground
corned
beef.
brisket.
Kind of like that inside the pie with gravy and potatoes inside it. It's like a pastry.
And you put it on an English muffin
It's
or
kind of
bagel.
like no, it's neither. It's a bit softer. It's like a burger bun that you put.
Okay.
Yeah, like a burger bun, and then you put it in gravy. It's so good. Like brown gravy though, like beef gravy.
So you don't. It's not a handheld thing, or it can be handheld, and you can dip it, or you can spoon it out.
Yeah, you can do one of the. Well, you gotta grab it. You're pussy if you don't.
Okay, so it's like eating barbecue with a fork.
Yeah. You're a bit weird if you do that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Can you get these anywhere in the UK, or is this like a Wigan thing?
It's mainly a Wigan thing, but I can imagine like at like markets and stuff, they try ripping people off.
Okay.
$15 for a pie on a bun. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be looking for this. I'm gonna be looking for a Wigan kebab. If you find a place in Orlando that offers these Wigan kebabs, you let me know. I'll try one. Don't. I'll even try beans on toast. Is it like baked beans?
All right. If you want to try beans on toast, right, which I recommend you do, just to try it, because people at the Jungle. Funny thing, we had I can't remember what we was doing one day. It was like pictures or something, and it was like bring your own food. So I brought a bowl of beans and some toast, and no one said it was really bad. Everyone said, I'd eat it. You know what I mean? If you go to Aldi, they do this pork and beans. It's not great beans and pork. They do pork and beans in a tomato sauce in a can. If you get that, get some toast, put some cheese on the toast. Just do it. Cook it in the hob.
We're talking about like government cheese, like American singles.
Use whatever cheese you like.
Okay.
No, not that stuff.
So good cheese, real cheese.
Cheddar or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the plastic cheese.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's plastic cheese for sure.
Yeah.
You send me a picture of the can of beans I should buy.
All right.
And I'll try
Make a video trying it.
I'll try it.
There you go.
I give you my word. Although I don't think I'm gonna like it.
All right. Maybe. I think you'll like it. It's like, yeah, but you can't think of it as if like I'm going getting a steak dinner at a fancy restaurant.
Nah, for sure.
It's like if I was hungry and like it's like I've got an event in like an hour, I just gotta run and grab some.
That's not what I think.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or you're at home and you can't be bothered walking to Publix or driving here. Just like, I'll just have some beans on toast.
I think if I was at home, World War III had started.
Come on.
There was no chance of getting any food. And I went to Winn-Dixie and I found what was left on the shelves. It's probably going to be a can of beans, maybe some bread. And that's when I would eat. That's when I would start eating.
Yeah, but you eat syrup on fried chicken. Like, that's worse.
I mean, I'm not that. No. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that fried chicken and syrup tastes.
Yeah, but that's like who puts sweet with chicken? Like, it does not make sense. That's not beans on toast isn't sweet with something.
For the record, when I get chicken and waffles, I don't really mix them. I eat my waffle and I eat my chicken.
All right, so why does America have chicken and waffles? Like, and I see these videos and I'm like drizzling a maple syrup, which you might as well just, I don't know, shoot yourself in the head by drinking.
Yeah, go ahead and get diabetes. Get it over with.
Crazy.
I won't argue, but I like sweet and savory. Like I love that combination of sweet and savory. I'm not like I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it and I'll give you my honest opinion.
I think bacon with like syrup.
See, look at you.
Like a Waffle House when you're drunk at like 3 a.m. That type of vibe. But other than that, I don't know.
What else is special? Is there anything special that's come out of Wigan? Is there anything cool or unique that Wigan is known for aside from their
the Wigan Warriors, which is a famous. Well, the rugby is not really famous. You can't really get like ultra famous, but they're a pretty famous rugby team.
Okay,
one of the best in the world. So I don't know if they are now, but they was when I was growing up. So that was like a big thing. If you grow up in Wigan, most of the guys want to get into rugby or football. Well,
okay.
American, what do you call it? American football.
Yeah.
Which is football.
Yeah. Not soccer.
It's not soccer. It's football. Yeah.
So soccer is soccer. It's not soccer is not football.
No, football is no. Right. Americans call it soccer, but in the UK it's called football, and the
Okay.
rest of the world it's called football. Like,
So they want to play
yeah.
soccer,
Yeah,
football.
football. Yeah.
There you go.
So if you ask a Brazilian who comes over here, it's called football. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That makes sense to me. Listen, I know America. We came over here, and I think it was. I don't know why, but it was like, all right, whatever the fuck they're doing over there,
Yeah.
we're doing something different.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it football, but we're gonna play primarily with our hands.
Pretty common for America to.
Yeah, we're gonna. You know what?
Yeah.
Measurement systems. We're just doing something different.
Yeah. Miles.
Everything. Yeah, no, kilometers. Who needs kilometers? Why?
Yeah.
Who cares? The rest of the world is doing that. Yeah, we did do a lot of things pretty backwards over here. It's so funny because I travel the world, and everywhere I go, I'm like, this is just everywhere's opposite of America.
It's crazy.
America is the
Mhm,
spot. They just
mhm.
decided to be different.
It's like even with wrestling, it's like if America put folk style wrestling to freestyle wrestling, college and stuff, they'd have Olympic champions every 4 years, every weight class.
Yeah.
But you got to do different.
Yep. So now if guys want to be Olympic champions, they have to just kind of not do they have to just do their own thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know Henry Cejudo was one of those guys that.
There's a couple of I think there's a coach called Lucas Allen Stelt. He's out in the country in Wisconsin or something. And I just have him on Facebook. I just remember the name. And he runs like a team for like high level Greco-Roman and freestyle athletes to go and train there.
Mm-hmm.
And he says you just need to replace college wrestling with freestyle or Greco.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what to me, it's like whatever the highest level of sport that you can get to, whatever they're doing,
Yeah.
everything should be doing that on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
In Florida, we used to not allow ground and pound to the head until you had 3 fights.
Yeah.
It's like, what do we mean? Like,
Don't New York do the same thing now?
there's still some places that do it. I'm not sure if New York is one of them,
I think New York is also.
but I know some places do like 2-minute rounds for amateurs. It's like, what are we doing? 2-minute rounds? Like, it's
short
crazy.
time, that. Like, I could go all out for 2 minutes.
And then get a whole minute to rest.
Yeah, and then go all out.
You go do it again.
Recovery time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it's only better for our athletes. We have seen such a improvement in our athletes since we started doing amateurs used to be illegal here.
Oh, really?
Illegal. Like people went to jail for doing events.
Really?
Yeah. Dean Thomas famously got arrested. I say this all the time, but yeah, he got in trouble for doing a smoker at his gym
Oh, that's great.
because amateur MMA was illegal. You could do pro.
Can you not label it as like an interclub back then?
Probably can, but I think selling tickets and
Mhm.
doing all
Yeah,
that
you're right.
changes it just a little bit.
Yeah.
So competition for you. I know you've competed all over the world. You've done a lot of things. What are the Commonwealth Games?
So it's the second biggest. I'm pretty sure it's the second or third biggest multi-sports event in the world. But it's like the Commonwealth countries like India, Canada, all of them countries that are in the Commonwealth that the Queen ruled over, however it works. No idea, but yeah, it's like the games for that. So it's like the Olympic Games, but it's for the Commonwealth countries. But there's a lot of countries involved, and like it's every 2 years usually. And I got lucky because they just took wrestling out of it, like adding fucking breakdancing and a lot of other bullshit sports. But I got lucky for the last one, and that was a process, but I managed to get there. It was a crazy experience. Yeah, I think you had to be 18 to compete, and I was 18 when I got selected at the time, so it was nice.
What was the coolest thing about competing in the Commonwealth Games? And did you represent? Like, what did you represent? Did you represent the UK or your hometown?
So, for that, you represent England, Scotland, or Wales. Like it's like the 3 individual countries go, and yeah, that's how it works. So I was representing England, and it's like there's like big countries like Canada and stuff that go and represent themselves. But yeah, I was representing England at the Commonwealth.
Okay,
pretty good.
What would you say was the coolest thing about that? Like, what was something that stood out to you that you did?
I think being in the village was insane. It's like imagine a local fighter from Florida. We've seen it. They go to the UFC, and it's the first time at a UFC event, and it's like they're looking at the crowd, and you're seeing all the different fighters that you've grown up watching, and and stuff like that. That's kind of what I felt. It was like I was in the village. And I was one of the younger people in the village, of course. And you're just like seeing all like the people from all different walks of life, all different countries, all chasing one dream or something. You know what I mean? It was insane. I think the crowd with me having a home crowd, that was crazy too, because like when you walk out, they're all like roaring. It's insane.
I saw the video. I saw the video of you walking out. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
Looked like a lot of fun.
It was. I think the nerves got to me, but I also got fucked over by a cheater.
What happened?
So they do drug testing like leading up to the games for every country, and it's weird what happened. I don't understand it, but I was getting I got drug tested like once or twice leading up to the games, and like real drug tests, they turn up at any time they want.
So like WADA, USADA.
Yeah, exactly like that. That's what it is, and they just show up. And I went to the games. I got a good draw. Like you, obviously in wrestling, it's elimination brackets, kind of, or you get another chance if you lose. It's two and you're out. Yeah, kind of. It's different to the US.
That's what got me going. And well, ours is probably different, but I started as a wrestler.
Yeah.
I went to States here in Florida, and then I started fighting, and I just I don't know, I stopped wrestling.
Yeah,
I like wrestling's hard.
Yeah,
it really is. Like if people always say like, why don't guys like old school guy, I don't know, I'm trying to think of his name right now. He fought GSP, but why don't guys wrestle? Like if they're wrestlers and they came up as wrestlers, why at some point do they stop wrestling? Why do they just like Michael Chandler? Why do they just stop wrestling? Because wrestling's fucking hard,
and there's no money involved.
There's no money, and it's like once you knock somebody out too, it's like that's a special kind of feeling. Like you want more of that. It's like the takedown is cool, but they've been taking down people their whole life.
It's bad. I think that's one thing. I understand that MMA, you have to be top of the top, or you have to be good on content to make money. But I hear people complaining about like money opportunities in MMA. They don't understand what wrestling's like. There is no money in wrestling.
None. And you're paying your own way.
No one wants to watch a wrestler on social media unless you have something like you get extremely lucky. But if you're a beginning out content creator and you're just a pure wrestler, it's so niche. No one wants to watch it. You know what I mean? You're not going to have an MMA crowd watching you wrestling. So wrestling, there's just no, unless you're an Olympic champion, you're never going to be close to a millionaire. You know what I mean?
Not off wrestling.
Not off of wrestling, definitely. Unless you're like Gable Stevenson, who's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
270.
Jordan Burroughs. Like there's some guys that'll make a really honest, good living. Ben Askren. There's guys that'll do it. That'll make good money, but they're probably making it off of their coaching ability.
Yeah.
Not really off their athletic ability, which they become recognized as a good coach because of how they, how good they were as a wrestler. But yeah, I see a lot of these guys running like high school clinics. Yeah. And it's like, that's not, it's
not sustainable.
Yeah. And it's not also, that's probably not what they want to do either. Like they're not doing what they love. They're doing what they have to do to make sure they can keep doing what they love.
I don't think that's what they want to do, but that's the only way to make money as a wrestler. You got to be a high school, college coach, or do seminars. There's no other option. Or become an MMA coach.
So how did the Commonwealth guy get you? He got caught doping and they didn't get him?
So so as I was saying about the bracket, it's a repechage. So if you lose and the guy you lost to goes to the final, you get put in for a chance to win bronze. So yeah.
Wait, so you don't have to wrestle back? You automatically get there?
Different. Yeah, same with world championships and stuff like that.
Oh, that's dope.
That's how United World Wrestling works.
How we had to do it. We had to, if we lost, we went down here and we wrestled. But then I think there was at some point they changed it to where like if the person you lost to lost, you were out too.
Yeah. That's the difference in America and the world. Like the world does like repechage, which is you just, if you lose to the winner, then like if he makes it to the final, you go through to wrestle another match to fight for the bronze after that. So I had Pakistan the first round. I was pretty confident before it. I had prepared really well. I had a lot of hiccups leading up to it, but I prepared really well overall. And I had him first, and then in the second round, I would have had the number 2 in the world. It was Ravi Kumar from India. He was in a second in the Olympics. And I knew he was going to be. I was 18. It was a tough match, but anyway, I went out and wrestled this Pakistan guy. I had the nerves and stuff of the big lights and stuff. I had been to world championships and stuff before that, so it weren't like really new to me, but it was still nerve-wracking because I was in front of a big English crowd. And I went out and I started off very skittish, and this guy was like so strong. It was weird. I couldn't put if I hadn't found out what I found out, I'd have just seen it as normal. But afterwards, you're like, huh, it's weird how he just manhandled me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the match just went, and I ended up losing in like the first period. And then after it, this guy goes out against the number 2, second in the Olympics. None of us would have, if none of us was cheating, no one was doing drugs, no one doing any of that. Ravi Kumar, the Indian, would demolish everyone in the bracket. This guy goes out and he's like almost breaking Ravi Kumar. He didn't win, but it was like a closer match, and everyone was like, "How is he doing that against Ravi Kumar?"
And a no-name guy, obviously, because
no name guy, just a random young guy too, like probably just a bit older than me. And I lost, I was gutted, and it was like you've trained all that, your life's led up to that moment, and then it's gone. And then like a month later, I receive a message off someone, I can't remember who, and it's a link to the Times of India, one of the biggest news things in the world. And it's his face saying this guy's been banned for 4 years for doping in the Commonwealth Games. And then I'm like, all right, what can I do? Because guess who won the medal? A guy from New Zealand. New Zealand have no wrestling.
Yeah.
UK has no wrestling, but
I was going to say, you said it for me. Thank you.
Yeah. Islam Makachev popped up in my head then.
Yeah.
There's no wrestling, but then there's no wrestling like at all. And this guy from New Zealand got handed the bronze medal. I'm not bitter of him. He's done nothing. You know, it's all the Pakistan guy's fault. The Pakistan guy beat 2 other guys, so the New Zealand guy and this guy from some African place. And these guys are not like, they've wrestled all their lives, but they're not like athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the New Zealand guy got handed the medal for nothing. And it was just like, I was like, do I message this guy and ask for like a wrestle off for the medal or what? How do I do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if this Pakistan guy wasn't in the bracket, not to sound bitter, because it's happened. And
you can say you're bitter. It's okay. I'd be bitter.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm bitter about the Pakistan guy, but not about the other guys in the bracket. It's like, I know for a fact I would have been a medal place. I'd have been on that podium, and that would have been something that I carry through my life that makes me opportunities, money, all these things that people don't think about. It's not just a medal. It's a legacy, really. You know what I mean? So I was fuming. Even now I'm like,
yeah, I can see you getting.
Yeah. So, like a month later, I found that out. And the biggest issue I had was no one contacts you. No one lets you know about this. It all keeps hidden like a secret. You know what I mean? So I didn't see no English news channels. It was all like Indian and Pakistani news channels. And you're just like, where's your country when you need them? You know what I mean? Like,
so you're not a fan of doping, obviously.
No. In amateur sports, I understand it. Like, if you're on test and you're a gym head and you just want to have an amateur fight, so be it. You know what I mean? But like, when you get to a level like that where it's like you're at the top of the world, you can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, all right, let me bring a fucking hammer to the match. You know what I mean? Can I bring a knife? You know what I mean? It's a weapon.
Especially combat sports.
Yeah,
combat 100%. Sports are different than anything else. Like baseball or whatever, Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, do all the juice you want to. Hit more home runs. I want to see more home runs. And if juice helps more home runs, cool. Like run it. But like, you know, I have a problem with guys like TJ Dillashaw. Like, you know, I trained with him extensively. I trained with him quite a few times and did a lot of work with him for the John Lineker fight. And he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a great dude, amazing guy.
Yeah.
But like, how long were you cheating for? How long?
Never comes out, does it? It's always a hidden secret.
Yeah, you don't know. And it's like, it's had to be for a while. And like, you know, Heenan Baral's career did this after that fight. What, you know, like, what did you, like, you literally changed that man's life with that fight. And would you have had the ability to hit a 35 punch combo in the 4th or 5th round whenever he did that to him if you weren't on something special?
I agree.
And like, you ruined this man's career for what?
It's just crazy. It's like I've said to people before, it should be the same as me bringing like a pair of knuckle dusters to a fight. It might sound stupid, but it's a weapon. You put a weapon inside your body.
Yeah.
You have that physical advantage over anyone who's not doing that thing. You know what I mean? So I think, but I was talking to, I won't mention it because everyone knows about it, but like, it was like a running coach from one of like the big countries who are really good at running.
Mhm.
And I was talking to him on this, it was on a buzz, and he was like, these countries, they have labs that are like, they're always just one step ahead of the doping panel.
There's a whole documentary made about this.
Yeah.
Icarus, right? Was it
I've
Icarus?
heard of that as well. Yeah.
Whole documentary is
Mhm,
about
mhm.
them cheating the system and
Yeah.
like, you know, because if they don't know what to test for, they can't test for it. So
Exactly. Just
change the
gotta be one step
molecule.
ahead.
Yep, and just exactly be one step ahead. And that's essentially, I think that's how TJ ended up getting caught, was
Mhm.
they found a new way to test for something, and no one, like, that's when a lot of people get busted because they find out about this, you know, they catch someone, a whistleblower, or something happens,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, we got it now, let's test it, and then everyone pops
Mhm.
and it goes away for a while.
Yeah,
and then
it's weird. It's crazy. It's like, I think there's things that should be done where it's like people can be more transparent about it, but there's also negative sides for it. You know what I mean? Because if I was doing steroids, or it's something I've always done, and I get to a level where it's like I can't be without them, I'd rather be more transparent about it, but have consequences for being transparent about it, but not lose the position I'm in or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think something like that, but it'll
I mean,
never happen.
truth be told, if you've got to take anything to get there to begin with, you probably don't belong there.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're also mentally weak, like you just are. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Yeah.
I could name. I mean, there's multiple things that I could have done, whether it was cheating or putting on my body, or it was taking advantage of somebody, or being dishonest about something, whatever the case is. Like, multiple times I could have chose this path or this route, and you know, maybe it would have elevated combat night or elevated myself as a fighter. But also when it comes out, it's like, bro,
Yeah,
it's all house of cards at that point. Like, it's gonna crash and burn.
it just doesn't make sense.
But I also hate the way we are now in 2026. The news cycle is like, man, you could get popped for something today, and then in a week, no one even cares. No one's even talking about it. And then you got guys like, I feel like, I think it was Mark Hunt. No, it was Michael Bisping, I think, was talking about it. He fought so many cheaters.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of respect for Michael Bisping. I know a lot of people didn't like him when he was coming up in the sport, but I loved him. But like, you look at his record, and like, yo, this guy was fighting all the cheaters.
Yeah.
Like, he was having wars, and he wasn't cheating. He wasn't a cheater. But like, you look at a lot of guys that he fought, and it's like, man, imagine he might have been one of the greatest of all times had he not fought if they weren't all cheating.
Yeah. Who? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, who could he have been past the cheating?
Yeah, or his eye. Like, would his eye be damaged for the rest of his life if he wasn't fighting cheaters?
Yeah, you never know, do you?
Yeah.
There's a big loophole for it. I think I think with my case, I think that's a lack of, because even though there's labs that are one step ahead, Pakistan's not exactly a first world country. Then they might have drugs that they think they can get away with. They've not got labs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, it was like it was just a disregard from like the Commonwealth or whoever was monitoring that and doing the drug testing, because how do you let a guy get tested months before leading up to Commonwealth, and then a month later he's allowed to compete, then a month later he's banned? It makes sense, you know what I mean?
No. And I do think too, man, there's a little bit of a organization sometimes have let things slip by. Like, even the UFC, you see them allow Brock Lesnar avoid the protocol. Like, oh, we're going to make an exception for Brock, or we're going to make an exception for Conor McGregor. And it's like,
yeah, it's weird.
And there's loopholes too. You know, you see guys that get the major surgeries, they'll jump out of the testing protocol, and then they get back in the testing protocol after they're done with their surgery and stuff. And it's like, I wonder what they were doing to get better and to get back on track, which I also have a different idea about that too. Like, I feel like if you go through something major, a shoulder tear, knee replacement, something, okay, yeah, maybe you do need a little bit extra help to get back in the game, but you should be tested properly before you are allowed back in the game to make sure that you're not still elevated levels.
I agree. I think it can also because it can also make you look bad as a promoter. If so you say someone gets injured, they're on these steroids, whatever they're on, and then they come back and someone gets severely injured.
Yep.
Next minute they're getting banned for doping. who's everyone looking at? Why have you let them compete? You know what I mean? And I don't know. There's a lot of bad things with doping.
Yeah,
People
you know, though, I think it's a part of every sport.
Mhm,
I don't think it's anything we're gonna get rid of. I just think it's there. It's gonna be present.
mhm.
And I almost wish they would just start. Like, I know they're doing the what's it called? The enhanced Olympics, the enhanced games.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like, yo, you're on. Everyone here is on some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what those numbers look like compared to the actual Olympics. Like, oh, let's see if there is just gap, or if it's like similar. And if it's similar, then you're like,
It's only like track, weightlifting, swimming, and like one of the other.
yeah, I know it's a limited amount of categories of sports, but it's like, you know, if the best power lifter doesn't beat the guy in the, you know, or they're similar numbers to the guy that's in the Olympics for it, it's like,
yeah.
well, that tells you all you need to know about that.
But what'll be interesting is if like some athletes who people don't expect are like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. So how long have you been doping for now? You know what I mean? That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I bet a lot of them won't, because like the endorsement deals, if they're a high level, maybe if they're like a lower level guy, they might do that. But there is like $1 million prize, I think, for all the categories. Like you can win $1 million. Yeah, so it's good money too.
That is more than the Olympics.
Exactly. For the Commonwealth Games, do you get anything if you win? Do you win any kind of prize?
Yeah, if you win a gold medal, I think you get like, it's like 100,000 or 200,000 pounds. I think when it gets to like second and third, you don't get too much.
Yeah.
I think for a bronze medal, you get nothing. But that's also due to British wrestling having no money to support their athletes. Yeah, I think the federation, like official Team England, they were great to work with, by the way. They was great the whole time. I think they pay athletes eventually, or I don't know how it works.
Yeah, maybe endorsement deals or sponsors or some kind of way. It's funny. I saw a video. There was a video of a guy, a large black guy. He's like, his back is against a car, and he's fighting off some cops. And like they try to take him down. And I made a comment on it, and I said something like, I don't, basically making fun of like how there's no good wrestling in UK.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh my God, the people were so mad. I got so many. You know, they were like, oh, like a typical American, you know, talking all this shit or whatever. But I was like, I mean, who can wrestle from the UK? And the you know, and I forget who they said, but there was one person that they were like, this is our champion. I don't remember who it was though, but it was someone.
The thing is, I don't get mad when people say there's no wrestling in the UK, because I say it myself. There isn't. Like the level of wrestling in the UK is low. It's really bad. But there's select athletes like myself and like a couple others who have gone out of the way and traveled like we have to find that high level training. And that's where people don't realize, like, there's some of us who are out here, we're just hidden because we're not out there on social media, for example. I'm only just getting out there on social media. So people are like, oh, this guy's a British guy and he can wrestle. You know what I mean? But like UK as a whole, it's terrible for wrestling. It's the national championships isn't English people, it's Iranians, and it is. It is. You know, the UK is called India now.
I mean, my niece went over there recently, and she said that she did not feel like she was in the UK.
It's not the UK anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I have an issue with that, but
I mean, you should have an issue with your culture being taken over. Like, I don't want that. I want to go take I want to be able to take my kids back to wherever I'm from and show them like, yo, this is my roots. Not take them back and like, oh, we used to have Wigan pies and now, or Wigan kebabs, and now we got kebabs.
No, I think for me it's like, I always like the British culture. I think it needs to stay solid, but I think it's like, I don't mind if you come and live in my country. I don't care about that. You have to fit in though. Like, get along with what the British people are doing.
Because you came here for a reason.
Yeah,
you left wherever you were from for a reason.
Like I didn't come to the UK and I'm like, I'm not eating at this restaurant because it's American food. I'm not going here because it's American. I want. It's like me. The Americans, they always play the national anthem before a fight or something. Well, am I just going to stay sat down? You know what I mean? It's like you have to integrate with what you're doing in the country that you're in. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a ton of Middle Eastern countries, Asian countries, and no matter where I go, yo, I will buy an outfit from that area and I'll wear the outfit. Like, you know, I'm over in, of course, in the Middle East, everyone thought I was Middle Eastern. They're like, all thought I was Muslim. And I was like, from one of the countries. What are you? Are you Paki? Are you this? Are you that? But, you know, no matter where I go, I'm trying to fit in. I want to eat their food. I'm not like, let me try to find Taco Bell because I don't want to eat the local food. No, I want to eat the local food and I want to wear the local wear. And I bring back my kids too. Like, I always bring back little outfits of, you know, whatever country I went to, so they can kind of experience it with me as well. I think it's something weird whenever somebody wants to go somewhere else, but take all their stuff with them. It's like, why are you bringing sand to the beach? Like, go to the beach, enjoy it. If you go to another country, go there and enjoy it. If you're going to leave your country, well, why did you leave your country? Go do whatever they're doing for a little bit.
I think a lot of British people are very ignorant to that themselves. They're looking at everyone else, but then like they'll go to any other country and it's like, where's the first Irish bar that we can find? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of tradition, but like, yeah, I don't know. They'll judge your English breakfast in Thailand. You're in Thailand. Why are you judging an English breakfast in Thailand?
Thailand, you know what I mean? Yeah. You should have known what you were getting.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will say, until I went to Colombia, the English breakfast was my favorite breakfast.
Really?
I really enjoyed the English breakfast.
So you do like British food?
That was the exception.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I went to Colombia and had a bandeja paisa, which is like, bro, you know what a chicharron is?
No, I don't.
It's like the fattest piece of bacon you could ever get. It's like the skin of the pig, like the fat, the skin part, and then there's like a meat part attached. So it's like, it's probably like an inch wide. And sometimes they get really, like, they can be really long. Like in Colombia, they had some that were just like, they literally were the size of my arm. Like they were huge. But you get one of those, a piece of like skirt steak, some beans, like half a tomato. It's kind of similar to, it's kind of honestly, it's like, it's a big, just, you know, it's a lot of food, kind of like an English breakfast. It's a lot of food, but that took the #1 spot for me. It was like, bro, if you ever go to a Colombian spot,
I'll have to try.
Just get the bandeja paisa. I'll message you to it. You'll love it. But the English breakfast, like that's one thing I am looking forward to, except for the blood sausage. I'm not so big on the blood sausage, but
yeah, I'm not keen on black pudding.
Yeah,
they call it black pudding. I don't think I've ever
that makes it even less desirable.
Yeah, like,
to hear it called black pudding.
Yeah, it just.
There's some questions.
Someone clip that.
What questions do we got?
Who's your favorite training partner?
My favorite training partner. Who said
that? Who asked that first?
I have to be very selective here. Who's my favorite training partner? I have a few. I don't have a specific one. All the guys, but there's like Daniel Gomez. Have you seen him? You've seen him.
Yeah. I like Daniel.
Seb Monte.
I like Seb a lot too.
Seb's such a good dad.
He tried to give me shit for spelling his name wrong.
Oh really?
Like we came up with this, like someone didn't give us how to spell his name.
That was a huge thing. Like, what are you doing, dude?
I have that reel is currently clipped in my cap cut. To make a reel out of him talking smack to us, and then us pointing at the jungle. I like Seb.
That New York accent. It's so funny. The boys. I don't know. I'm usually the smallest guy on the map, but we've got actually a guy you've got coming soon. You're gonna like him too. He's called Yael. He's got a fight with you guys soon. When is it? March 28th. And it's same weight as me. 135.
Okay.
He's a good wrestler. He's from Cuba. He wrestled.
Okay, I like Cuban wrestlers.
Hopefully his opponent's not watching, gets cold feet. But yeah, you're gonna like him too. He's good.
Okay.
He's a good training partner we're good training partners for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I needed. I needed someone who's like a flyweight as well, or a bantamweight who can move like
the timing, the speed, the range, everything is so different. Like I always say like 45ers and 55ers, like they're in heaven. They get the best of the speed, the movement, the range, they get all looks from both sides. And then like 25ers and like 205ers, heavyweights, like that's where things start getting like it sucks for you guys because you just don't.
It's bad. It's like I don't mind. Like, it's fine training with bantamweights and stuff, but then bantamweights aren't real bantamweights. They're walking around at what 160, 170. You know
Yeah,
what
so
I mean?
you're training with guys that are 160.
Yeah. So like someone who I'm not a huge flyweight. I'll walk around like 140 to 142.
Mhm.
So like for me, it's like sometimes I need a flyweight, but Yale's a good partner. Yeah, I'm looking forward to him fighting on March 28th.
Okay. Yeah, you started smiling when you said his name. Maybe
he's gonna
maybe
be-
Yael is his favorite training partner, I think.
Yeah, maybe I. Yeah. It's fun because he's been wrestling since he was a kid as well.
Yeah.
In Cuba, and we're similar size. He's a little bit bigger, but it's always a fun like back and forth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was Luke like a mentor to you when you first came to the gym?
Yeah.
Was he helping you a lot?
Definitely. Luke helped me with like a lot of the transition stuff and just getting my feet wet really with the because I did kickboxing and strictly jiu-jitsu. It wasn't like I went merging MMA together in the other places I trained. So when I got to the jungle, like all the coaches just massive help to me.
Cool.
Yeah.
What other questions we got over there, Rainey?
Which part of Florida do Wiggins compare to in England?
That's a good question. Let me think. From places I've been, I'd gotta go with Jacksonville, maybe. Yeah, that for the exact reason you're thinking.
Kind of ghetto, kind of redneckish, like
It's not like ghetto, but there's a very diverse mix of people because there's different places. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Jacksonville is crazy. You go to the
Yeah.
beach, you get one type of person.
Yeah.
You go to downtown, you get another type of person. You go, Orange Park. Like there's literally
Yeah, it's like
a
that,
lot.
Like it's so different everywhere you go.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But overall, it's a all right place.
Okay. What else we got over there, Rainey?
Who's your favorite fighter and biggest influence?
My favorite fighter is actually Jacoby Smith. I don't know if you know him.
I do know that name. Why do I know that name?
He's just fought for the UFC.
Black dude?
Yeah.
Just knocked out the guy with the brain. Yo, why didn't the ref stop that fight
I
sooner?
don't know.
Oh, hey guys, we have a guy who's finally making his UFC debut after he was previously stopped from making his UFC debut. We're gonna put him against a knockout artist, and then we're gonna put a ref in there that wants to make sure he's out.
Yeah.
I was cringing. That was so bad. Yeah, I do know Jacoby. He also knocked out one of my homeboys.
I first watched him on the Contender Series, and since then, every fight I've tuned in. I just think he's so entertaining.
He's going to be fighting for the belt one day.
There's no
Soon.
way. I think he owes that. I think his cardio might play an issue. I think if he gets the cardio a little bit back, because I don't think it was his last fight. It was the one before. He still got the second round finish, but I think he was tired. He looked tired. Maybe that.
I mean, the way he throws, it's hard. Like, it's going to be hard to figure out.
Yeah. But yeah, that guy is. I like him. He's exciting.
What about old school guys? Did you grow up watching anybody that you were like, one day?
Let me think.
How old are you, Harvey?
I'm 22.
You're only 22?
Yep. I'm 22.
Oh, God, dog, bro. You're a youngin'. Okay.
Yeah.
So you probably don't know who BJ Penn is. You're
I
like,
do know who
oh, you know BJ Penn. Jen
He's
Fulver?
he's seen aliens in his fridge now.
Yeah, he's a poor guy.
I don't know what's wrong with him. I feel sorry for him though.
I mean, that's going to be,
It's sad,
honestly,
it's sad.
that's going to be what a lot of guys from that generation are going to be like coming to, and they are coming to that moment, you know, because, you know, if you read I read his book, he was like, I was a huge fan of his, but like they'd go to the gym every day, and spar, every day, 4 or 5 days a week. They'd go in there and they'd spar and they'd go fight, and like my generation, we still did that to some extent. We'd spar 2, 3 times a week, and it's like, what are we doing? Like, why are we? And I'm not talking about. I remember one time, my late business partner Josh, the man, one of my good friends, came in, and me and my boy Matt Muncie had on 4-ounce gloves and no shin guards,
really,
and we were thumping. And he's like, "What are you fucking idiots doing?" And we're like, "We got to fight in 2 weeks. We're trying to make it as realistic as possible." And he's like, "You got to fight in 2 weeks." And I was like, yeah, that's why we're doing this. But we just didn't have anyone
to help you.
Yeah, we just didn't have anyone to watch or like learn from or know what we should and shouldn't be doing. Your generation, man, y'all are lucky. You have so many examples to not follow and to follow, where, you know, us coming up, we were still kind of watching like, oh, BJ said this. Oh, Jens did this. And da-da-da. And now you see Jens, you know, crashing out and crying on a live stream or BJ talking about his parents were abducted by aliens and they replaced them. And
you shouldn't laugh at it, but it is funny.
it is fun. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's sad, but it is funny.
Yeah.
CTE is one hell of a drug, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's bad. The thing is, it's like going into like being a fighter, you know, like it could happen to any of us, you know what I mean? Could be happening now.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll be walking down the street and I'll forget how to walk. I'm like, what am I doing? I got a team.
Yo, if you're forgetting how to walk, Mike Lee, stop this man. Don't let him come back to the gym.
Nah, you got to know what I mean there. Like, you'll be walking and you'll think you've lost your rhythm of walking. And you're like, what am I doing?
I don't know if I'd ever say I forgot how to walk.
Someone's got to relate to me. Someone, bro.
Chuck Liddell's in the comments right now going, I know what you're talking about, bro.
BJ just
popped
up.
BJ's like, I'm with you. Yeah, man, sometimes I'll be talking and my train of thought, but I also don't know if that's like, you know, who knows? I mean, I've smoked a lot of weed back in the day, and I've enjoyed a lot of alcohol back in the day, so it's like a mixture. Probably, and you know, a lot of these guys were drinking, smoking, doing real drugs, and doing the. I mean, they're getting the full everything they can get. It's like, man, it's not good for you. So what about old school guy? Do you have an old school guy that you really like to watch when you're younger?
It was Tito Ortiz. My dad used to show me highlights of him all the time.
Of all the people.
Yeah.
That guy can't give an interview, but he couldn't give an interview before he was getting punched in the head.
So entertaining, though.
He is.
Slinging and Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad used to have the old, you know, the Ultimate Fighter CDs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And growing up, we used to just watch them all the time. And
that's dope.
Yeah.
It's funny. I talked to a lot of guys in your age group, and they don't even know your dad was putting you on game.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mentioned I can't tell you how many times I mentioned BJ Penn, and they're like, "Who?"
Really?
I'm just like, "You disrespectful little."
Yeah. I keep up to date. I like. I've always been a fan. I never always like watched the UFC religiously. Now I'm like every card before the prelims, I'm watching from start to finish.
Yeah.
But that's mainly I like studying prelim fighters. I just like see what they're doing wrong and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think my biggest passion is like the grappling side of things. So like, I enjoy watching the holes in people's games and seeing what would I do there. You know what I mean? What's different?
Do you coach currently? Do you do any kind of coaching? Are you one of the
volunteer? Not working, but yeah, I volunteer to coach.
At the high school or at the jungle?
No, at the jungle. Only an hour a week, but it's good. I love coaching. Like that's one of my main passions.
Oh, okay.
Coaching people, yeah.
So is that something you want to fall into as you?
Yeah, my biggest goal in life is I want to be a world champion in something combat sports related, and I also want to own my own gym. That's my biggest.
Okay. When I was your age, I also thought I wanted to run my own gym. I was like, that was it. I knew I tell everybody like, yeah, I'm gonna run my own gym one day. I'm gonna run my own gym one day. I started coaching at one point. My boy opened a gym. He's like, hey, I want to run this gym with you. And after about 3 weeks of that, I was like, you know, I don't want to own my own gym. I don't want to deal with people. But I still think that could be something like down the road that I would like to be. Maybe not sole owner or whatever, but I'd like to get to the point where you can have people teaching all the classes and you can teach when you want to teach. Like I know there is an end game where it could be really enjoyable. My good friend Jim Aller is down south in South Florida. I watched him build a gym. He's got 2 gyms now. He just opened a second one, and it's been awesome watching him going from like he had to teach every day, every class, and then he got one person that he could trust that was good, that could follow the system, and now he's got like a whole squad of people to where I go down there to visit him, and he's not teaching Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, yo, like, well, you don't have to teach. He's like, no, man. He's like, I got guys teaching for me. He's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I want to go to the gym though. I want to go train.
For me, it's like I want to do something like it's got to be grappling related, like a gym grappling related, some business setup that I can make where it's about that. Because I'm not ignorant to the fact like I'm not going to go and coach a kickboxing class being a grappler. Because like even with my Instagram stuff, like sometimes I'll post technique videos and I'll get comments saying like, yo, can you show this from like can you show what submission to do after that? And it's like that's not my lane. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. Some people I see, oh, Don't get me started on BJJ coaches on Instagram posting wrestling techniques. It pisses me off badly.
I bet.
Like, I see these techniques that some of these BJJ guys are doing, and I'm just like, how are you showing your students that? You have wrestlers all around you, and you're showing the wrestlers these. Winds me up, dude.
Yeah.
It's just ignorance, though. I think if you've been competing in like MMA for a period of time, I think you can give tips to people and stuff. I think, but I see guys who've just competed in like one specific sport and they're trying to show other sports.
Yeah. I got a lot of respect for a guy named Mike Sergroy. He's one of the striking coaches over at Fusion, and he does not pretend for 1 second that he understands wrestling. But like you said, a lot of striking coaches will say, "Oh yeah," and then hit this takedown here, and it's like, "What did you?
Yeah,
who told you that was what we? No." And Mike will literally be like, "And I don't fucking know you. When you're done with this combo, you can probably do some kind of wrestling shit, but don't ask me."
Yeah.
He just like throws his hands in the air and leaves it at that.
That's like me at the gym. Like, I'll have guys who like they'll come to my wrestling class, for example, and I'll show them anything in wrestling. I can adapt wrestling into MMA grappling and into jiu-jitsu. But like, say I'm like sparring with one of them, and I'm like, I see something that I can do myself. I'll like say, "Oh, you could maybe do this," but I'm never gonna sit there and tell someone how to throw a kick because I don't know how to fucking throw a kick myself. You know what I mean? I just throw it. There's no like specific detail behind what I'm doing. If something works for me, I'll say, "Oh, this might work for you," but I'm not ignorant to think I can go and show someone how to be an MMA fighter because I've wrestled before.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think a lot of people believe like what you just said. It's because they've done one part of MMA. They can teach you all the parts of MMA.
So untrue. Like I'll never be like, that's why Coach Mike's a great coach for me. It's like, I've been to places like, even as a wrestler, when I was in folk style, I'll go and they think because I'm a wrestler, freestyle wrestler, I can't be taught folk style. It's like, you're in a corner, you know what you're doing. That's it. I like at the jungle, it's like, it doesn't matter that I'm a decorated freestyle wrestler. Mike will show me great takedowns from the wall. Alec will show me nice stuff because they've been in MMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everything freestyle wrestling works in MMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of it doesn't.
As we saw, I got choked the fuck from my own doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the truth. It's like, you can't be ignorant to listening to your coaches. Like, you can tell those guys, not specifically the jungle, but I've been to places where like guys think they're above their own coaches because it's a certain aspect that they understand more. So like, the coaches are explaining something and they're looking around and it's like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You don't know it all, dude. Just
it's always so funny. I think that's like the downfall of a lot of talented fighters is that they think they know it all already.
Yeah.
Or that like, the double leg works for me when I do it this way. So therefore I can't learn how to do it that way, or that way because it works for me when I do it this way. And I'm really good at this way. And it's like, well, there's 100 other ways to do a double leg. Why don't you open up your mind and learn these other ways? And maybe now you have, instead of one double leg, you have a dozen double legs, depending on the scenario, because and especially in a fight, shit's going to happen quick. And if you only have one trick, you're not going to do very well.
I've had some like younger guys come into people in my class. There's probably maybe one or two watching now, but the thing that pisses me off the most is like when someone comes in your class and you show something, you look over and they're just doing the opposite thing.
Yeah, that annoys me too.
Like the opposite. Like if it's like something chained onto what I've shown, it's all right.
Add on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, add on if you want to.
It's like a submission after the takedown or something like that, or like you're trying something different. But when it's a completely opposite move and I look at how it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm a very nice coach, so we was laughing. You know Jess Mears?
Yeah, I love Jess. We were just talking a couple days ago, actually.
We was in the wrestling group chat the other day, and she was laughing because I'm really nice to like everyone I coach. And there's a bit of sternness, but I'm not one of them coaches who needs to be like, get in a line and do this, do that. So I'm like a bit relaxed. But like there's certain things that I'm just like sat there biting my lip, and I'm like, if I was a different coach, you'd be off the mat, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I coach pretty good people.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine too, man. I can't stand whenever you're showing somebody a jab cross and then you go back and they're like throwing a jab over and it's like, no. I said a cross. Like, yeah, but I throw overhands.
Yeah,
like,
that's the
cool
worst reply.
You throw overhands, we're throwing a cross.
But doesn't this work, dude? Well,
that does work.
It could work,
Yeah.
but like, am I showing you that? No.
Yeah, exactly. Rainey, do you have any more questions over there? Let's fire them off.
Who wins upcoming fighter Mike Grundy from Haydock or upcoming fighter Ali Clark? Ollie Clark.
This is my two boys from back home being knobs. Just type back, shut the fuck up.
Being knobs. Quit being a knob. Tell them to quit being a knob. Who are these guys they mentioned?
Just old friends from back home, like people I was friends with. Yeah.
So who would win the fight?
I'm
I'm curious. I feel like Grundy. Grundy has a name for it.
I feel like I don't know. They're both soft as shit, but I reckon Mike could do Ollie. To be honest, yeah. Ollie's actually Tom Aspinall's cousin.
Oh, okay.
Really, yeah.
But he would get beat.
But he'd get his ass whooped, yeah. Maybe he's long though, so maybe he's got the jiu-jitsu. But
yeah. Do any of your boys back home train or do anything? Or are they none of them in combat sports?
No, just pub every weekend. I have friends back home, but like I don't really like communicate too much with people back home because there's just different interests. Like I don't find interest with people. That's why I don't have many friends my own age. I get along with older guys because I struggle to find people like me at my age. Everyone's been babied by the parents.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's pretty crazy to hear you're 22 because I would not have thought that. I would have thought 26, 27.
Yeah.
I always say, like, you know, when you run across guys like Seven, you run across guys like Lucas, guys like you that are so young and, you know, aren't just partying all the time and aren't just chasing dumb shit, temporary shit. They're actually chasing like long-term goals and going after things. You guys are gonna be successful. It doesn't matter what you do. If combat sports doesn't work out for any of y'all, it doesn't matter because you guys have a drive and like a passion, and you know you're willing to make sacrifices at this age. If you're doing that, I know you're able to make sacrifices, and if you can make sacrifices and you can be dedicated to something at 22, 21, 20, bro, you're good. Because I sure said that wasn't me. I didn't even get into MMA until I was like 26 years old. I wrestled and stuff in high school and did really well, but like college for me, I remember I went to check out a school. I can't think of the name of it right now. Cumberland, I think. Yeah. And I was there like, yeah, we're going to get up at 5 a.m. and we're going to do this. And like, it was like a week of like what you would experience the college wrestler. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going to college for cheerleading instead. I'm going to go hang out with the girls and I'm going to not have to worry about working out twice a day. It was an easy choice for me. Literally, I went to that camp thinking I was going to go. And then after that week, I was like, I'm not doing that.
I think, I like, don't get me wrong. My dad could have killed me when I was in my like later teens. I had partying every weekend and for a period of time though, like, but I'm glad I did it then. And I feel like a lot of people my age, they're doing like this stuff when they're turning 21. And I think that's a big problem with this, the laws in the US.
Yeah.
It should be 18. These kids need to get this stuff and grow up earlier on. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like some people my age, you meet them and they're still like, it's like talking to a 17-year-old back home. You know what I mean? They don't understand, like, they're just naive people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I would say up to the age of like probably 23 or 24, they don't understand like what life, like they don't understand at all. That's why guys like you, I would say Tim, Abdul Shahid too, Seven, all you guys, man, like it's just, I'm so impressed with y'all's ability to be dedicated to something and make the right sacrifices and do the right things. Not saying that you guys don't still maybe go get drinks or, you know, whatever, but so many guys y'all's ages are literally, that's all they do. Yeah. That's it. They're still living at parents' home and they're just wasting the best years of their life probably as far as like being able to learn and grow.
And it's like, I've spoke to a lot of people who like, even like just going to college doesn't make you separate from that, like that mindset. Like I've spoke to people and I'm like, you got to really like get away from that. Like you can't go to college, party for 4 years and say, I've grown up. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It wasn't until I was done. I went to college, I partied, had a lot of fun. And then when I was done with college, then I started like realizing like, oh, I've got to find a way to make a living. Like I want to have a family one day. I got to find a way to like do all these things. And here I am 25 years old. And like, I have no fucking clue. At 25 years old.
Like, don't get me wrong. My parents are like the most supportive people in the world. They've supported me all the way through everything. I came from a great like family and stuff, But my parents did it right by letting me go. Like, if I'm like, I can go to the Netherlands and train in another country for this time with my friend and just do it. You know what I mean? And move to the other side of the world. Some parents will hold on to the kids, and actually they're doing it. It's selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was lucky that I had the parents that was like, you go and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As you said that, I had like a pit in my stomach thinking about Caden being 16 or 17 and wanting to go do something. I'm like, I don't want, but like, I know that's what's best for him.
You don't want it, but
yeah,
it's what's gonna. I was talking with someone the other day, and I can't remember who, and it was like, it was about kids competing. The biggest thing that winds me up is when a parent won't just tell the kid, all right, you're competing this weekend. It's like, you can't give your kids an option at 7 years old. Like, you need to say, you're doing this weekend. Give them a choice when they turn 12, 13. Do this or do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how I am.
Yeah.
Caden, straight up, he'll tell you he's in another room. Striking, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You're doing both every week. And you'll thank me when you're 14 years old and you're hanging out with your lads.
Yeah.
And someone pulls out a pair of boxing gloves. I mean, I know everyone if you grew up the right way, at some point in time, you're going to wrestle with your friends. You're going to box with your friends.
Yeah.
And when the boxing gloves come out, you're going to love me. You're going to be like, thank you, Dad. 100%. Especially if you're at the little house party and there's a little circle of people, boxing gloves come out. The girls are there. You're going to thank me later for this. He's also got a smart mouth.
Yeah.
He's already been in like 3 fights. He's like the sweetest kid in the world, but man, he can drive with the best of them. Like we're talking shit to him on a daily basis.
And getting quick.
Yeah, at the events, we're giving him hell. We're not letting him get by with anything, and so he's learning to fire back. Well, not a lot of 9-year-olds can do that, so they get mad.
Just rage baiting everyone.
Yeah, but yeah, once he starts something, there's no quitting. Like I hear parents are like, "Yeah, we tried that, but he didn't really like it." And I'm like,
he's a 7-year-old kid.
Of course he doesn't like it. He wants to go play video games. He wants to go watch, TV all day. Yeah, he doesn't want to go do jiu-jitsu.
That's the thing for me. That's why, like, you think of the UK, you think of wrestling, you think, the shit. But then I was lucky because I hated it at the time. Don't get me wrong. I hated it growing up when my dad would tell me I have to go to training. I had to get out of the car and he'll follow me and I run home. But now I appreciate every part of it. You know what I mean? It's like that. Without any of that, I wouldn't be where I am. You know what I mean? I was told I have to do that. It wasn't, do you want to do that? Oh, he doesn't want to do it. He's scared. No, you're doing that tournament. You are competing. You know what I mean? And I think it's become common. Like, everyone's too scared to be shout at your children and stuff like they need it. You know what I mean? I think, especially in these types of sports, you can't be like standoffish.
Yeah, no, I agree completely, man. Rainey, you got any more questions over there from his knobs back home? No more questions? Yeah, let's do some videos, man. Before we start the videos though, your nickname. What's your nickname? What's your fight nickname?
So it's not beans on toast.
I don't know, man.
I don't. So
since you just said it's not beans and toast, that makes me feel like it's beans and toast.
That's Miles. That's Miles. He has a whole. I can't get my words. CTE.
Yeah.
BJ Penn call me. Talking of Miles, he's always giving nicknames for everyone on the team. But yeah, I want my nickname. For me, I won't say I've got a nickname until I feel like I'm an established fighter. Like, give me 2 more fights. I'll say, all right, I can call myself a proper fighter now. I'll have a nickname. I want to be called Sour Patch.
You want to be called Sour Patch?
Yes.
Why Sour Patch?
Because my friend, speaking of Ollie, back home, used to call me Sour Patch. You know, you have banter with your friends. And I just think Sour Patch makes so much sense. I look like the orange Sour Patch Kid, you know what I mean?
I see it.
It's a marketing strategy.
But they also say you don't get to give yourself a nickname.
No, you don't. You're right. But I just think Harvey Beans on Toast right after every fight is going to get exhausting. Like,
is it beans and toast or beans on toast?
On toast. So Miles got that part wrong.
He just goes beans and toast. That's literally how we were talking about having people on. I was like, beans and toast.
Beans and toast.
Yeah, it's beans on toast, but I don't know.
And did he get that from the party you brought beans and toast to, or was that
I think it's just from me talking about eating beans on toast. I just think it's too long. Like, I get nicknames, but like, I don't want to be called beans on toast, man.
Well,
Like,
I think Coslow's nickname was like Shinobi One, Jedi, the Pillow, like yeah, Obi-Wan Shinobi, the Pillow. So yeah, you're good, man. Beans on toast.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. Maybe.
We'll see how it pans out. We'll see.
I'm gonna probably keep saying beans and toast.
Not even beans on
Yeah,
toast.
it's got to be beans on toast if we're doing it.
Again, you don't get to decide. Miles already decided for you. It's beans and
Beans
toast.
and toast. All right. All right.
Do you ever dip the toast in the beans,
Uh,
or do you just put it on
yeah,
the beans?
like say you've got a piece of toast and like it's half covered with beans. You're gonna like
Drop some. And
yeah.
Okay.
You gotta have a full piece.
That's hilarious. All right, first video to react to.
Oh, this is his own video.
Yes. I gotta know
Of the year.
what was going through your head whenever you decided to do a bat. Have you ever done this before?
I've not done that specific move. No, I've done a lot of flippy stuff. I have a very hard head. People watch that video and they think, "Oh, it'll break it." I can land on my head. Like you could drop me from this roof, and I reckon I'd be all right. I think you could just get trained. Your body gets used to it, like landing on your head so much.
I don't know. I think people would argue with you that that's
I don't
a
know.
precursor to CTE to be trained to be able to land on your head.
But I don't know. I don't think about stuff like people think I overly think about things like that in a fight, but I know when I'm in danger and when I'm not. You know what I mean? People watch that video. The commentary on that video. Speaking of Ramsey,
What
I
did he say?
had a bone to pick with him after that fight. You was ripping into me for like 2 minutes, like me jumping on my head. So was Miles, my own teammate. He sat there ripping into me, and right. I had this guy in a bomb flu for like 3 minutes, and the whole 3 minutes, all the commentary sat there saying, "Oh, he's in danger. He's in danger." I had a bomb flu. I was in no danger. I was in half guard on the opposite side, and I the first time watching it back, I was so annoyed.
I gotta go listen to the commentary now.
Yeah, he was like, and then Miles starts trashing me for how far away I'm shooting from, and then I shoot and take the guy down, and he goes, "Oh," I'm like, bro, just let it be, you know.
If it makes you feel better, I think I would probably say almost every other guest we have on here has a bone to pick with Ramsey
really
about commentary. So he just keeps it real.
Yeah, of course.
But yo, I couldn't believe you did it. I honestly, when I saw the backflip, I was like, what the I've never seen anyone. I've been around the sport for a very long time. I've never seen anyone do that. The athleticism it takes.
Yeah.
And the confidence.
The next time I fight a striker, you'll see something like that. Like anyone who like I'm not gonna fight like that against someone like Lucas. I'm not gonna try and pick him up and do something stupid because I feel a threat where like if I land in a funny position, I know. But like any striker on this planet, I'll flip with them. Like it's just I know that I can land and recover without being injured. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I weren't thinking about it for the clip. It's just something I would do in that position. Like I had him on my shoulder and I didn't want to go forward because he was trying to like grab the guillotine. So I was like, all right, we'll just.
It's been too simple to, sweep the legs and land in a nice side control position.
Mhm.
I get it.
And he's a small dude. It's like when you have a guy like that who's short like me, it's a lot harder for him to wrap you up when you're landing and stuff like that. You can't really. So it was just like, all I remember is having him in the air and I was like, do I go forward? Nope. All right. And send it. Yeah.
That was awesome. Also earned you Slam of the year. So that's a big deal, man. We had a lot of really big slams.
So is that technically just takedown of the year, really?
Yeah, takedown of the year, slam of the year.
Yeah,
How you want to say it? I mean, I think it would win both, takedown or slam.
Mhm.
I don't know, slam. Mike Bartolo. I don't know if you saw his or not.
I like that. The mat return.
Oh my God, bro, that was the meanest mat return ever. Like, yeah,
I like watching.
Yeah, he's a high level
nice,
talented wrestler.
Nice guy as well.
I
spoke to him a couple fights ago.
Let's see.
Oh, I saw this.
And that was the second one, right?
Yeah, that was after like, yeah, that was the second, and then he got kneed again. That took another point.
Cody is one of those guys that I hope he stops fighting soon.
Yeah, he didn't look too good on
To be fighting the caliber of the guy he was fighting too. The guy wasn't like,
yeah.
you know, I'm not really up to date with all these new guys, to be honest with you. Like if they're not, even if they're in the top 15, I might not know who they are.
Yeah.
It's not, but I hate that you know, a guy like Cody, I feel like right now is on the back end of his career. So the UFC is just looking to build the upcomers against the guy that is about to exit, you know, stage left.
Yeah. They're doing that a lot lately.
They do that all the time.
Yeah.
Even with some of the people like Uriah Faber. I mean, he's like a staple in the industry. And they did him the same way. You know, one of his last fights was Peter Yan.
Yeah.
Bro, what are we doing here? Peter Yan?
What do you think of the White House card? Is my question.
The what?
The White House card.
Trash.
It's just a weird one, isn't it? I don't know what to say of it. Like, I see why they've done what they've done, but
why are we gonna get an American starched in the main event?
That's the first thing that I said.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I was watching it with my boy last night, and as soon as it came up, I said, "Well, that's a knockout. That's a knockout."
And I don't think Cyril Gahn. I don't think that's a great fight for Poatan. I think that's a very hard fight for Poatan. I think he's stepping up to fight a knockout artist at heavyweight. Like, interesting. And then Michael Chandler. I'm like, bro, you're on like what is he, like 1-7 or 1-8? Like he's got a crazy, and he's getting to fight on the White House. I get it. He is. When I think of like fighters who really like rock with America and like rep America, I would say he's one of them. There's not a lot. That's something I've noticed about in fighting in general.
Yeah.
I can tell you how many American flags have ever been in our cage, and it's like 3. And it's all military guys. Not a lot. Versus Brazil, Jamaica, UK, you name it. I see those flags every event. We see someone like repping their flag, and America is like not repped.
That's one thing. Yeah, I've picked up on that before. It's like, even if they're born in America, it's always the outside country.
Yeah,
I do think it's good for promotion if you're from a smaller.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would always represent the UK.
That picture of you on the cage is like one of my favorite pictures.
Yeah, it's
a dope picture.
That was Aaron that got that, wasn't it?
Yep, Aaron.
He's a good photographer, dude.
Yeah, we like Aaron a lot. Wish his schedule was easier, because we miss him at a lot of combat nights because he's a busy guy as well. What's your favorite fight on the White House card?
I do like the Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia fight.
Yeah, people underestimate Steve Garcia, but he's good.
Good.
Yeah, he's good.
I think even though I wouldn't have expected to see that.
I wasn't either.
I don't mind it. I think I wasn't. People was excited about the Cyril Gahn and Alex Pereira fight, but I saw that coming like 3 weeks ago when he vacated the title, and it was like, it's just, I don't know why they're putting it as the co-main, as the White House card. You know what I mean? You have, who else do we have? I think Strickland should have been on the White House card.
I think he's a liability though.
Yeah. Some of the things he said.
Yeah, and I think he even made a comment saying, "Why would I want to fight on a card with a room full of pedos?" Like
with all Epstein's cronies.
Yeah, with Epstein's cronies. And I like also Brandon Moreno was also like, I don't want to fight on that card.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, for his fan base, it's smart for him to say stuff like that, because
I'd like to see him. I don't care what anyone says. Bryce Mitchell is the GOAT.
He
should have been on that.
He should have been on the card.
He's been headlining.
He rocks with America hard. But I think he probably feels the same way that Strickland feels. He's probably like, I ain't trying to be on that card.
I agree. Diddy party. Yeah. I like the card. I like it, but I think in 2020 it would have been just a normal, weekend card.
If I was expecting, what I thought was going to happen was 6 or 7 title fights initially. That was my first thought, was like, okay, they're going to do 6 or 7 title fights. And then I was like, man, there's really not any American. I think there's one American born champion right now. Is it Kayla Harrison?
Yeah, but she's got that operation.
She's messed up. She's 25. Joshua Van, I think he's Vietnamese.
He's Joshua Van, who's 35 champ at the moment.
Peter Yan,
45.
Russia.
45 is
Volk. So he's Australian, or is he New Zealand or is he Australian? Volk?
Australian.
Australian.
Yeah.
And then 55,
Ilya.
And then
Islam.
Yeah, 85.
Hamza.
So 205 just vacated.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy to look at the what's even crazier is the stat that there's 2 Georgian champions, and there's only 4 million or 5 million Georgians in the whole world.
Georgia are really good at wrestling as well.
Really good. One of my good coaches, mentor coach Hank Porche, I mentioned earlier, he brought a guy over here, helped him get his visa and stuff, named Avto, who is like world class wrestler, but he's Georgian.
Yeah, this is so good.
So he knows a lot about like Georgian wrestlers and how they do things, and like apparently, the coach you get when you're like a kid, you stay with that coach your whole career. So you're with them.
Yeah. The Georgians are really good wrestlers. I think Merab's making a mistake going to RAF though, because he's not a pure wrestler. Like you can tell, you know, when like you watch someone wrestling, you can tell if they actually wrestled before competitively. So I think Merab's going to get a tough matchup in RAF, and I don't know, UFC fans are weird, you know what I mean? You know what they are, like toxic. So
they are.
That could be the
downfall. What do you think about? I think we have a clip of RAF over here, don't we? Are we going to show one of those clips of RAF? Armand, the slap. We'll watch that, and then we'll talk about RAF for a second. And again, I think a situation where Armand is not a pure wrestler. Maybe he is. I don't know much about him. I know he's rich.
So Armand did wrestle freestyle when he was younger. I don't think he started. I think he started, then stopped, then started again later in his like 18, 19, 20 or something. But that's the guy who like, he can wrestle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can watch him and I can say he can wrestle, but then like, you can just tell who moves like a wrestler and who doesn't. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and for me, it's a sense that he got so emotional about the like the head pummeling, the snapping and stuff, because wrestling is brutal. It is a brutal sport. Almost every major tournament, even regular tournaments, you're going to see guys in the finals with their head wrapped.
Yeah.
You're going to see guys in the finals after the matches bandaged up because they're headbutting, they're slapping, it's aggressive. But I'm also kind of a fan of what he did at the end. Like I'm a fan, and if it brings more eyeballs to RAF, cool.
Yeah, I think I liked Ben Askren's take on the Armand match. I think Giorgio is a good wrestler. He is a good wrestler, not a world class wrestler. But
he wants to be. He wants to be considered a world class wrestler.
Same with Muggsy, who's the shittest wrestler. I don't.
Hell of an athlete, though.
Yeah, he's an athlete, but he's in the sport for the wrong reasons. I think. But, Giorgio, I have respect for him because he is actually a good wrestler. He can wrestle to a good level. But I think what happened was he went into that match thinking it would be a bit more of a whitewash. Like he'd be able to just take Armand down through pure wrestling. And I think he realized like first into the match that it wasn't going to be that simple. So he tried to make it scrappy like a show. Maybe trying to fish for the disqualification, something like that.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he expected Armand to give it him back that hard. You know what I mean?
So what do you think? Was it a takedown or not? The out of bounds?
Yeah, because continuation of action. I think it was a takedown. You can argue it, but the problem with these referees that like America have, that none of them are like UWW, United World Wrestling referees. So the calls are so bad. I don't know if you know what a slip throw is. So, like, say you go for a throw standing and you slip off them and you land on your front. That's usually just stand back up, no points.
Yeah.
They're giving, like, slip throws for... Do you know what a gut wrench is?
Yeah.
Where you grab around the waist and you roll them. So, say a guy grabs around the waist and he slips off. They're giving slip throws for things like that, where it's like...
That's not it's not a throw. That's a...
They're just... Yeah. The referees in America are really bad at refereeing free... I'm not saying all of them, but, like... Especially the RAF ones, the calls they're making is terrible. The Armand push out, that was a push out. It wasn't. It just makes no sense. You know what I mean? Armand got that takedown in mind.
Yeah, Armand, because he started the takedown inbounds, like in the middle of the mat,
yeah.
and ran all the way out of bounds with it.
You can argue that if both guys' feet go out the mat as the takedown's happening. On some occasions, they can give it as 1 point, but like he was falling.
He was
as
already
his feet
falling.
was like that far at the mat.
Yeah.
He was falling.
He was
like,
already starting to expose and break
was
the
a-
90-degree plane.
If that was a world championships, they would have given it
Mhm.
points. I think 2 points at least.
Yeah, I hope RAF does take off. I think it's got creating a lot of buzz right now, but I've seen this before where someone spends a lot of money on the lights and the promotioning and the marketing. And then they go after, we were talking about this before the podcast started, but they go after established talent. And I'm not saying you can't have some established talent, but I think it should be like one person, two people, and that you should be building your own talent and trying to highlight the high level wrestlers, because there's some high level good wrestlers in the sport right now, and that's where the focus should be, and that's where the money should go too. They deserve the money. These UFC guys don't. You think Uriah Faber needs any more money? You think Henry Cejudo needs any more money? Arman? No, but I guarantee you, if you took, there's probably 10 guys that were in the UFC that that have wrestled. Take away all those guys and put in 10 real wrestlers that are getting paid. They're gonna perform at a different level. These UFC guys are definitely looking at it as like a paycheck.
Yeah, I think RF's doing the right thing and the wrong thing. Like, it's bad because me as a wrestler, even I'll look at a card and I'll see like 2 great wrestlers, but then say I see some UFC champ versus another guy who's like a content creator. I want to watch that, which is good on their end. You know what I mean? I want to watch that more than the 2 good wrestlers who I know are going to have a fight. But like, it's like, it's been promoted from the beginning as like they're here to help wrestling grow. But is it wrestling, or are you helping people's profiles grow? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see any benefit from, like, unless it's like David Carr, who's currently the champ. He's getting a lot of promo. It's like, some of these wrestlers going on and there's still no one really knows who they are after the RAF as they did before. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, our man can go and slap someone and punch someone.
That's all it's talked about.
Stocks go up incredibly. You know what I mean? So,
well, that, and the wrestlers that are the wrestlers that are getting the opportunities as well, they've got to show out. They got to talk.
Too awkward.
They got to do the right things. They got to that's part of it as well, is like, we've done a good job at Combat Night of building a brand and like making people know that, like, hey, people will buy tickets to our show because they know it's going to be a good show. Going to run well, going to be good fights. It's going to be exciting. I would say 60% of our sales now come from people who just want to come watch the fight. Like, they don't know anyone, or they might know someone, but they don't know them. They know them because they came to another fight. Oh, that's the guy that did this, or this is the guy that did that, or they watch our Instagram, they watch our socials. But a big part of that has also been guys like Jeremy Williams doing crazy shit and getting people to want to watch, or the big knockouts, the big performances, and then saying something crazy afterwards. But it's like, out of the, let's say we have, let's just say we have 500 fighters fight with us this year, 50 of them might do that. So like 10%. It's not a lot of guys that are actually risking that or doing that. And I get it. It's not easy to put yourself out there like that, but I think for a promotion like RAP, they kind of need those guys to really help take off.
Send that off. Yeah, I like. I think the only issue as well is like some guys who are like doing all this dress up stuff. I respect Jeremy; he's a good fighter and stuff. I think they need to learn how to actually market themselves before they start doing that stuff, rather than doing that stuff and then figuring how to use social media and do all that stuff. I think a lot of it's the wrong way around. You know what I mean? They'll go and do a funny, crazy interview on top of the cage, but that's before they even know how to do any of this stuff. You know what I mean? And
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree 100% about content. Like, you should know how to do it, because if you don't, if you're just making content for that one night and you're never going to do it again to the next event, well, that's great for us. But I want it to be great for the fighters too. Like, I want it to also help you. So, because when people go to your page and they see like, oh, this guy's hasn't posted in 3 months, or this guy has, maybe I follow him today and then I realize this guy never posts, and I'm just gonna unfollow him. So yeah, you're right. It's it's not easy. It's not easy to do. It's so funny too. People are like, oh, I just recently had a back and forth with one of my good friends in Tallahassee about like, oh, it's kind of weird. You just like make content, like weird videos, like you got nothing better to do with your time. And it's like, oh, bro, you just don't get it. Like, But I think that's what a lot of people think. They just think it's cringy. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put myself out there. But I'll let Combat Night do it for me.
Yeah.
I
was that guy. Like, I used to look, and don't get me wrong, there is some people who post some stuff that I'm like, why are you posting that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, personally, I would never. But I'm not a huge judgmental person, so it's like, if you want to do that, do it. But like me, I used to be like, I used to be the guy who was a bit against the social media. I'd post a few things, but like I'd see like the memes and stuff, and like people jumping on them. I'd be like, what are you doing that for? But like, I got to that point where it's like I posted a few videos, and it was like, I'm just doing this because I know that I'm going to make money from it eventually. I'm going to get my stocks are going up. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I'll never post anything that's going to put me out there in a what's I don't know. You know what I mean? Like in a way that people are going to view me as whatever.
Yeah, you try to be positive about it.
Yeah,
you do it right. You make fun of yourself a little bit. Like you don't try to make yourself look like you're the badass and everyone else sucks. Like
I'm the, you know what I mean? I'm this and I'm that. I'm political or anything. It's just all like
fun.
Me, you know what I mean? And I think that's a big thing for me. If you're gonna do social media, you got to keep it genuine. You can't be. There's types of people who are posting. I just got this fucking Rolex last week. You know what I mean? There's them types of people. Then there's always. You got to be genuine.
Authentic. Yeah.
Fake people.
Authenticity is very important.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. I really don't. That's why I get along with the guys at the gym. I have a couple friends, but I just can't deal with fake people. And there's a lot of fake people in this generation.
In the world.
Yeah.
Not just MMA.
They'll fuck you over.
What else we got, Rain? We got any more videos?
You got some cool posters up there.
Yeah, we got to put more up, man.
Yeah.
We have enough to probably put the whole room. It's just a matter of doing it.
Do you have editors who do it for you? The graphics and stuff.
Yeah, really good. He's pretty much our main designer.
Sick.
All these were designed by him.
That's rough.
Yeah, man. It's like there's knockouts and then there's that
death.
Yeah, that's like literally like lights out. If someone, that's scary. I always told people, like, if I ever get knocked out like that, I'm done.
Yeah. If
I ever get like where the lights are off and it's 2 or 3 minutes later and people are trying to like wake me up, still, like, no, I'm just done at that point. But yeah, anytime someone, that to me is worse than going stiff. Like when someone goes stiff, that's bad. But when they just like go limp, it's like, I used to like, man, when I was your age, I loved seeing a knockout like that. I loved it. Yeah. But the older I get and the more I understand like what that does to people's brain, the less I want to see that happen, especially at combat night, especially like an amateur guy. Like I don't want to see an amateur guy just like completely out. It's just like, man, I just know that I know it's not good. It's like, it's kind of like ruined my learning all this new stuff has like ruined the sport for me because I hate seeing it. Like just choke them, put them to sleep. I hate it when someone's got a position like they're back and they just start fucking dropping elbows and like kill. I'm like, no, just choke them.
Choke them. That's right. Sometimes it's kind of nice being a flyweight because even though there's knockout power, it's like you can get hit really hard, but a lot of the time it's not a knockout punch or a knockout kick. Like I said in my debut, I got dropped with a really hard head kick. And like if that was like a middleweight kick in a middleweight, it's a knockout. It was a clean kick. But like because I'm a flyweight, you kind of recover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean because our heads are probably not that much different than like a welterweight or a middleweight. Like our heads are probably the same.
But our legs.
The legs and the power is way different.
It is 100%.
Yeah. What else you got over there, Raina? What is this?
Oh, is this one of them mosh pit things?
Yeah.
Oh, I see these. I see them in the. Have you ever seen the videos of them in them like dark bars and stuff doing it?
Yes.
It's crazy. Some guys like go around like head kicking people and stuff.
If I'm there, I'm fighting that dude.
Yeah.
I'm just like straight up like.
So Tim Lopez got the name Roadhouse.
Yes.
Video of him doing that and throwing a high kick and knocking him back.
Our boy Tim, he's a fighter as well. Is mosh pitting and like doing all the crazy stuff, and he throws a fucking like a a roundhouse,
Really?
and bro, just clean knock them out.
That's bad. That. Yeah, but if they're doing it, you can do it.
You kind of know, yeah. If you're in that, like given now, I said I would fight them if I was there.
Mhm.
I'm not ever gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like
I, mean,
the
I bet it stinks in that place. What do you think it smells like in there?
probably like beans and toast.
Yeah. Cheese and cigarettes.
Beans, cheese, and toast is what it smells like. Yeah, I'll never be there, so I don't have to worry about that. But
Yeah.
I don't understand the lore to that. Like, why is that something people want to do? But people probably always wonder why we do what we do. Like, why would
Yeah.
someone want to go into a room and fight?
I know, but they don't.
Yeah.
I'm the whitest person you'll ever meet.
Well, when we say white people, we mean like American white people.
Yeah.
Like British white people are different than American white people.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Oh, is this the post from last night?
Oh, this is.
So yeah, but he could have done anything other than start, like just shaking his meat around. It was just, yeah, right in front of him.
That's yeah. People have very funny reactions to getting hit in the nuts. I've
Yeah.
seen all kinds of things.
Mhm,
People
mhm.
like get on all fours and like they spread their legs like frog, like a frog
Mhm.
stretch.
Yeah.
They reach in and grab their junk and like move
Yeah.
it. But that was the one I haven't. That's a new one for me.
There's no way he thought in his head like that's just something he's gonna do. There's something. I reckon he knows me. Like if I'm gonna start shaking my cup around, like facing a camera, I'm knowing that that's going on social media. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I think it was instinctual, kind of like you doing a backflip when you have someone in the air. Like I would have thought that was planned. Like you had him up in the air and you're like, I've been waiting for this
Yeah.
moment, and you did it.
Yeah, but instinctual. Yeah, but he stood against the cage, shaking his. You know what I mean? I don't know. He just naturally does that after getting kicked. Yeah, but he was doing it aggressively as well.
Yeah, it was.
After getting kicked in the balls, and you're like,
They've been working on that shake weight. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely a lot.
he needs to chill. The fighting gooners.
The fighting gooners. I think I missed the beginning of it.
Yeah, I didn't.
He must have knocked somebody out to be walking. Oh yeah, the check
Ooh.
hook.
Oh, he caught him with that.
Oh, that was a nasty KO.
I love that check hook. When someone comes in with that overhand and you catch him with that left, it's a nice punch.
Yeah,
I think it's just him strolling around.
he's like, yeah, I'm the man. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna grab me?
I like the back tap. Pretty cool.
What is it? I can't see that far. I see
don't know.
it. He's just like back
Yeah,
tats.
I like back tap. Cool one.
How many tattoos do you have? I noticed you have a couple.
I don't know. I've got Patrick Star on my leg.
You got a Patrick Star like SpongeBob?
Yeah. I must have like 11, 12 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, but that's my dog's paw print. Me and my dad's got matching tattoos. We was in when we was in lockdown, and it was just boring. My dad tattoos sometimes, so I was like, "All right, Dad, I want a tattoo," and I just let my dad tattoo on my leg.
And that was that dog paw was what you came up with?
Well, my dog that died, but
Okay. I didn't know if you were like, hey dog, get over here.
No.
Outline my dog's paw real quick, Dad.
No. It was like it was just I just wanted a tattoo, you know what I mean?
What was Patrick? What was the star for? You like SpongeBob a lot?
When I
Or?
was at college. Nah, I had a friend at college and it was like, we gotta get a matching tattoo just for the fun of it. So he got SpongeBob and I got Patrick.
Okay, and I like those type. I like those type of matching tattoos.
Yeah.
Like it's a similar theme, same spot,
Mhm.
maybe.
Mhm.
You know, same idea. Me and a bunch of my boys went and got. This was when 300 was real popular.
Really?
You know the movie 300?
I don't.
Like Spartans. What is your profession? There's a lines like never retreat, never surrender.
Mhm.
So we all got never retreat, never surrender. Yeah. Which is hilarious. One of my boys got it on his back,
Mhm.
and we teased him like, well, what are you gonna do if you run now? You're gonna look like a real bitch.
Yeah,
If you're running away from somebody, you got never retreat, never surrender on your back. But yeah, like 4 or 5 of us went and got it different places or
Yeah.
whatever.
Meaningful.
Yeah, it's cool to get something like that. Like I said, like everyone's was different fonts, different places, different whatever. But I like those type of tattoos where it's not like a real matching tattoo. It's
It doesn't
matching,
make
but
sense, but it makes sense.
it's like the
to you.
best friend heart, right?
Yeah.
Putting the best friend heart together. Well, man, Harvey, it was I really enjoyed sitting down here and talking with you, finding out more about you and being a Wiganer,
Wiganer, yeah.
a Wiganer, and Wigan kebabs. I'm gonna have one of those as well as some beans on toast, not beans and toast. Is there anything else you want to say or let people know about you before we get out of here?
I'll be doing more flips soon. I think.
When are you getting back in there, bro?
So I got some stuff to. I'm graduating this semester, and I've also got like my visa stuff, and I want to get my. I don't drive right now. I've just started doing that, so I got to get that stuff sorted.
Did you drive over there?
I didn't. I started traveling so young that I was always away, so I've never done like that process. But I know how to drive, but I need to do the tests and all that. But I've just started it. But yeah, usually I'll put the fighting and the sports before everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time you have to put that stuff first. You know,
got to get that stuff figured out.
I'm getting that done, and then I'm hoping like May, June, July, around then.
Okay, and newly married as well, right?
Yeah, I just got married, so that's a long process. We got to do all that.
How long did you know her before you got married?
4 years.
You met her like right when you got here?
Like probably 3 or 4 weeks after I moved to America, and then I married her in January.
Nice.
We got engaged in York in England.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nice.
Married here though?
Yeah, we married here in St. Augustine. You know the Lightner Museum in St. Augustine?
Yeah, our friend just got married in St. Augustine, but not there. He got married at the
Treasury.
The lighthouse. Is it
Oh,
lighthouse?
the light. Yeah, I know.
It's like St. Augustine. It's like where the fountain is, the fountain of youth. Like there's like a little area where you can go and like there's peacocks everywhere.
If I see it,
I can't remember the name either.
I think I saw where you was. Did you post a story about it?
Yeah, it was Faulkner, one of the guys that work with us.
Yeah, I think I saw. I think I know which place that is. Yeah,
it's a beautiful place, beautiful area.
We got married at that museum that's in the center of St. Augustine.
Okay.
It's like an old Roman bath. It's real nice.
Oh, it's dope.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. What's her name?
She's called Avery.
Avery. Yeah. She's called Avery. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Avery Ridings.
Avery Ridings. Yeah. Officially.
Officially. Yeah.
Show us the ring.
He knows what he's doing.
No one can hear him, so don't worry about him, okay?
Can I commentate your fight next time? Hey, Mitch, if you ever need an extra commentator, you hit me up. I'd be so down for that, by the way.
Okay, well, Ramsey's the guy to talk to, man. Maybe we'll give you a crack at the next show, March 28th.
I'd absolutely love to do that.
I think your voice would be a nice addition to the team.
That's one thing that I've been doing a lot of breakdown videos, and everyone's told me you got to do that sometimes. Like,
I love your breakdown videos.
Yeah, okay.
I love it.
Okay.
They crack me up. I know I just like them and I try to comment and show love or whatever. But yeah, you do a really good job at like making fun of yourself or like telling people things that they would never know just by watching the video. Like, I was having a go at this lad, and it's like, you're good at the over.
I try and make it funny and say things like that the crowd can relate to, but also try and teach at the same time. So they're getting a bit of both, because this generation's attention span is.
Yes.
You got to keep them entertained every single second.
Every 3 or 4 seconds.
Including me. I get bored. I'm terrible for it. I'll watch something if I'm bored.
Yeah.
Get off my screen. You know what I mean? So
same.
It's like manipulation in it, really.
No, I don't think it's just a generation. I think it's what the world has guided us toward. Where they're guiding us towards shorter and shorter attention spans. So, but yeah, Harvey, I think that means March 28th. We might have you in the booth for a couple of fights.
I'll be there I'm going to be on one of the VIP tables. So you just call me over.
Are you staying with Jess?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd absolutely love that.
Dope. Well, cool, man. We'll see you then.
I appreciate it.
Make it happen.
Great.
All right, guys. We'll be back next weekend. We're going to try to have someone else in here in studio every weekend until March 28th. When we have an event, it's very hard for us to get back in here on a Sunday and do a podcast. But we have a few guests, not exactly locked in, but we do have some lined up that I want to speak with. So hopefully we'll be back next Sunday, and we'll see you guys March 28th, and you'll hear Harvey commentating on March 28th. That's it, guys. Have a good day.
Shout out to the jungle.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for combat night?